This call is now being recorded.
Good morning, students. Today we are going to give a lecture on transmission media. It is the fourth lecture in data communication and networking. What is transmission media? When a sender transmits something from sender side to the receiver side, then physical layer converts data in the raw bits. These raw bits will then be converted in the form of signal. Okay? So physical layer converts raw bits into signal. Those signal will be transmitted from sender to the receiver via transmission medium. That can be cable or via air. This transmission media can be categorized into guided media or unguided media, also known as wired or wireless. In guided media, there are three different types. One is twisted pair cable, another is coaxial cable, then fiber optic cable. And in unguided media, it is only free space. Let's start with guided media. Guided media, which are those that provide conduct from one device to another, include twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. Now see, in case of twisted pair cable, there will be two conductors covered by insulators, and those are PPT is not visible to others. Is PPT visible to others? So, two cables will be twisted together. Why? To reduce crosstalk. In physics, maybe in class 11 or 12, we have studied Thumb's rule. Okay. Whenever electromagnetic waves passes through a wire, it generates a two wires generates its own interference. So to reduce those, to reduce crosstalk, this cable will be twisted together. Okay, this is twisted pair cable. Sometime that can be unshielded also. In case of unshielded twisted pair cable, and it is just covered by plastic cover. And in case of shielded twisted pair cable, those two cables will be covered by metal shield, then with plastic cover. Okay, that is the difference between unshielded twisted pair and shielded twisted pair. UTP connector, as I have already discussed this in the maybe first class, to connect your Cat5, Cat6 network cable, we use RJ45 male, where there will be 8 different types of cables inside a single network Cat6 or Cat5 cable. And generally devices has RJ45 female ports, where there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different connections in a single port. Okay, these are the UTP connectors: RJ45 male, RJ45 female. And then we have coaxial cable. In case of coaxial cable, we have inner conductor in the center, and then that will be covered by insulator. After that, insulator will be covered by outer shield. Okay, outer conductor, that is also known as shield. Okay, so between inner conductor and outer conductor there is a insulator. Then outer conductor will be covered by insulator, and then on top of that will be covered by plastic cover. Okay, so from the figure it is clear that between inner conductor and outer conductor there are insulator, and on top of outer conductor there are another layer of insulator, and on top of that plastic cover is used in case of coaxial cable. I hope this is clear. Sometimes for communications we use light or light ray. In case of optical fiber we use the concept of refraction and reflection. Now let's revise what is refraction and reflection. Say whenever you will use a light ray from more dense area to less dense area, if the angle I is less than critical angle, then it will be refraction, means bend. More dense to less dense, the ray will bend. Okay, if the angle I equal to critical angle, then it will be refraction. So the ray will just looks like it will because of I equal to critical angle. Sometimes if I is greater than critical angle, then reflection take place. From more dense area, light will be reflected in the less dense area and it will be reflected back. Okay, this is bending of light ray. The same mechanism will be used by optical fiber. In case of optical fiber, there will be core, and inside there will be core. So this hollow part is say core, and the outer part is the say cladding. So whenever a sender transmits light through the core, because of the concept of less dense and high dense, the light will be reflected in each case, in each layer. So that light will be bent in or reflected in each layers, and it will go to receiver. Okay, it's because of density difference in core and density difference in cladding. Then this propagation mode of light ray in movement of light ray in optical fiber can be categorized into two different types: single mode and multi mode. Multi mode is again divided into step index mode and graded index mode. Let's see what are those. In case of multi-mode step index, multiple rays will be used. Okay, multi-mode step index, if you will send source signal, source wave or source signal, that will be distorted to get destination of this type, where different angles will be used for different input signals. See, for this signal angle is different, and for another signal angle is different, for third signal angle is different. Okay, in case of multi-mode step index, there will be shaft reflection. Okay, because only two index graded index are used, means only two layers are used, less dense and high dense. Okay, but in case of graded index, different layers will be used, like like layer, inner layer, then on top of that will be another layer, on top of that will be another layer. So density of each case will be different. Okay, so that will be another difference, that in multi-mode graded index different layers has different grades. Okay, so that's why in each layer the light ray will be reflected to form a sinusoidal kind of rays. In single mode, only one light source will be used, where source will send only one light to the destination. Okay, so there are two types: single mode and multi-mode. Single mode, one light; multi-mode, different lights, different signals. And in step index, only two grades, two layers, sharp reflection, and in graded index, it is multiple layer. That's why in each layer reflection takes place. So it will form a shape of sinusoidal wave. In case of fiber wire, generally glass or plastic cover forms your cladding. Okay, then on top of that you have plastic buffer. Then there are some thread kind of wires that is used for strength, and on top of that outer jacket is used to give protection to the wire. Up to guided media, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, I'll take the question. Sir, in single mode, there are no total internal reflection. Yes, no total internal reflection. Let's start unguided media. That is wireless. In unguided media, transmit electromagnetic waves without using a physical conductor. This type of communication is often referred as wireless communications. In this topic, we will cover radio waves, microwaves, and infrared. Generally, electromagnetic spectrum for wireless communication is represented as 3 kHz to 300 GHz. It is radio wave and microwave. 300 to 400 terahertz, it is infrared. From 400 terahertz to 900 terahertz, it is light wave. Okay, so radio wave and microwave uses from 3 to 300 gigahertz. For propagation, generally propagation methods are three different types. Like it will take the help of ionosphere sometime, or it will take the help of ground propagation sometime. See, the first type is ground propagation, which uses signal below 2 megahertz. Means from one point to another point, signal will be transmitted with the help of earth ground. Signal will be propagated through this soil. Okay, so that's why signal will be propagated in both directions from a tower using soil or using ground. In case of sky propagation, that will use 2 to 30 megahertz signal. It will take the help of ionosphere for reflection, where from a signal source, this ray will be sent to the ionosphere, and from ionosphere, because of the critical angle, it will be reflected back to another station. So this is known as sky propagation. In case of line of sight propagation, that is used for signal above 30 megahertz, where point to point communication takes place. From line of sight, from point 1, the signal will be sent to the point 2. Okay, so there will be two towers that will communicate among them. It is using line of sight propagation. There are some range of bands, short form with their band name, then range, then propagation, this application. This table will help you to understand that there exist different bands of frequencies like very low frequency, medium frequency, high frequency, very high frequency, ultra high frequency, super high frequency, extremely high frequency. Each has different range, each has a different type of propagation. Each type of band is used in different commercial or different types of applications. Okay, so this is for information. You can just memorize those range and propagation type or applications that may help you in appearing class test or quiz. So basically wireless transmissions, as I have said, there will be three different types: radio waves, microwave, and infrared. So in many cases, we use antenna that spreads signal in all direction. That is known as omnidirection. When signal is propagated in all direction, so it is known as omnidirection. Radio waves used for multicast communication, such as radio and televisions and physics systems. So sometimes antenna that are used in dish antenna, it uses light that will be reflected back. All lights will be reflected back to a single point, that is known as focus point. At that focus point, there will be a transceiver that will receive the information from the focus point. So this is generally known as unidirectional antenna used in dish. Sometimes we use horn antenna, where a single source of light, waveguide, will be sent from a source, and that will be reflected back. There will be a glass that will give reflect that light to some point. Okay, so this is the example of dish antenna and horn antenna. Microwaves are used for unicast communication, such as cellular, telephone, satellite network, and wireless LANs. Okay, so please memorize this, that radio wave is used for multicast and microwaves are used for unicast. Okay, and where they are used, radio waves used in radio, television, paging, microwave used in cellular, telephone, satellite network, and wireless LAN. So there are applications and what type of communications is used. These are some questions you can get in class test. So where infrared signals can be used, it can be used for short range communications in a closed area using line of sight propagation. So short range means, from say in earlier days mobile phone, you have infrared facility. So you have to point from one device to another device to send some files. Okay. So after this, any question?